It is a secret training. The reason why you guys have been chosen to be on this training is pretty much because you guys are the ones who replied quickly. I like you guys. You put some effort in. I don't need to chase you guys for anything. I don't need to beg you to come on a training. So I'm going to actually make sure that this freaking training is the best training you've ever gone on, okay? So what we're going to go over, I'll tell you how it goes. It's going to be about an hour, okay? So I'm going to go over, the first part is success. Second part is the training, the trading training, and the third part is branding. So there's actually quite a lot going on in this one training. So guys, make sure you do pay attention. Waj, fucking stop eating, man. Take some notes and stop eating. Like, this is going to be a really powerful session, okay? And after this session is done, what I want you guys to all write in the chat is something that you've learned in our secret training, okay? So in the chat, you guys are going to put, thank you so much, I learned X. And then these guys that are in the chat right now will know, hey, if you're quiet, you're going to lose money. If you miss out notifications, you're going to lose money. Like, at the end of the day, I've been given tips throughout this crash, and I'm not joking. The amount of money that you could have made if you were just listening to the tips is absolutely insane. So guys, are you ready? If you're ready, put fire in the chat. Let's get this ball rolling. My secret chat. Let's do this. Okay, cool. Let's go. All right, let's do this. I'm so excited, guys. I'm super excited. Okay, right. First thing that I want to go over is quite simply, let's do this. Guys, can you see the screen okay, yeah? Yeah, cool, thanks. Yeah, Waj, I'm gonna look at your face for reassurance that you're listening, because I want to know, make sure that you're freaking listening. So guys, the first part of this training is 17 ways successful people approach life. Now, I came across this PowerPoint probably about a year ago, just because I was trying to look at what successful people do, and this is kind of how I've based everything, okay? So I definitely want you guys to take notes, because this is how I view life, and this is the main difference that I found from before I watched this to after. So we'll get started. The first thing, let's do this. First thing, number one thing that you guys have to imagine you have to do is have self-control, okay? So write down self-control. Now, this is really important for trading, more so than business, in my opinion. Actually, in business, yeah, you do need self-control, but in trading especially, is you need self-control. People who are successful in life have self-control. They have a higher degree of self-control when they know what they're feeling and how to control their emotions, okay? So if you've gone through something in your life and you've handled it really badly and you lashed out, or you went for a trade and you went revenge trading, or whatever situation you might be, you were in your business or you at work and you lashed out, you're lacking self-control. Self-control is super key to being successful, okay? Now, I told you guys, I put you on this chat for a reason, okay? Oh, what the hell has just happened? Oh gosh, let's go back there. I put you guys on this chat for a specific reason, and that is because I want you guys to be successful. There's no way in hell that you guys are going to be in the team and not be successful, okay? If you're not successful in this, it means that you haven't worked hard enough. That's legit facts, okay? Like, I don't care. I don't take any blame if you guys are shit at what you do. If you're a shit trader, that's on you. If you're a shit business, that's on you. Like, this is nothing to do with me, and I have no responsibility on that. The only thing I can do is give you the information that I had in how to be successful. I'm not even successful, by the way. This is just something I've learned over time. So this is first thing, self-control. Now, Z, because this is, like I said, a secret training, yeah? Guys, there's a reason why I made sure that this training was only specific people, okay? I made sure that I didn't put everyone on it. I made sure that, because I see you guys running. Z, you need self-control as well, right? You need self-control in your trading, when you go for, if you want to put in more trading. And also, another thing you need self-control on is how you handle situations that aren't going your way. You can't shut off. You can't just suddenly close the doors. You can't, you know, whatever, pretend it's not happening and zone out. That's not going to work. Waj, your anger issues, you 100% need self-control, okay? Your anger and Z's cut off, like you're both polar opposites. It's so freaking weird. Like one's on this end, one's on that end. Like you guys need to work together and maybe you'll meet in the middle, because at the end of the day, guys, if you want to be successful, you need that self-control and you need to keep that motivating you, okay? That is the only way of success. Now, Adolphus, you haven't actually shown many flaws to me, actually, to be fair. I mean, the only thing, I think yours is coming in later. Don't get me wrong, you're not perfect, that's for sure, because if you were, you'd definitely be a billionaire by now. So you're not perfect, but I don't think you lack any self-control. In my opinion, I haven't come across that. Sadia, I don't know you well enough. And Ben, Ben, I'm going to speak to you in a bit as well. So these are the things that I think, guys, you need to focus on, okay? Next thing, now we've got a long training. So, okay, here we go. Optimism and positivity, right? Guys, write that down. Optimism and positivity. That is crucial for successful people. Now, I think you all need this, okay? Not one of you is like overly positive. Like, I feel like you've all got some dark demons in you that probably need to be fixed. You might need some counseling, some of you, but it's okay. I'm just telling you yes, Wedge, I'm talking to you. All of you, I just want you to know you need to be optimistic and positive in every situation of your life, okay? Now, actually, the most optimistic person I've come across ever in my team is actually Adolphus, by the way. Like, the way you factor in life, I think you've got this spot on. I don't know if it's your experience or what you've gone through in life, but for sure you have got this positivity in you. It's just natural. So that's actually really good. Guys, if you're lacking optimism and positivity, speak to Adolphus, because I haven't seen this kind of thing ever, like especially in this industry, I haven't seen it. So guys, make sure if you're lacking that, go to him and message him, because I'm pretty sure he'll reply back to you. I don't think he's that cruel that he'll ignore you. So that's another thing, guys. Successful people do not get discouraged easily. They do not let that optimism just die, okay? If things don't go your way, you don't just suddenly let that energy just die away. The reason why you don't is because that means your why or your passion for success is not strong enough. Negativity is the biggest hurdle to business and trading. Biggest hurdle to business and trading. I mean, don't be too optimistic, yeah? Don't like over leverage and stuff on trading, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm saying don't lack that positivity at all, okay? So number two tip, the second tip I'm gonna give you guys is obviously optimism and positivity. Now, that in itself is something that you guys need to work on, okay? So write that down. You need to work on it every day. Now, if you're wondering, how do I stay positive? How do I keep going? How do I stay optimistic? Like, what can I do? One of the biggest things that I think, the biggest tip that I can give you guys is when you wake up in the morning, read your I am statements, yeah? Read all of those statements that you every single day. So if you say like I am positive, I am happy, read that when you wake up in the morning, okay? You have to actually say it to yourself again and again and again. Now, this is the only way your brain will actually acknowledge that you're optimistic and positive. The second thing that you need to actually write down is, and a way to be optimistic and positive is to always put what you're thankful for. At the end of the day, put what are you thankful for. Like, if you've had a really bad day, your trade didn't go your way, or your business isn't growing, what are you grateful for? Because at the end of the day, it's not that bad. If you have a roof over your head, you're eating food, you have good people around you, you have your family in good health, or you have family, even just you have family, right? That's something to be grateful for. So this will help you be positive. Now, if that's true, put 111 in the chat. Like, if that's true, put 111 in the chat. Like, obviously not Adolphus because you're driving, and I'm really cautious of that. But if you think that's true, like, because guys, the thing is, yeah, the reason why you're in this chat, Sadia, does that make sense to you? Are you in this? Is she still in this? I can't even see. Guys, is Sadia still in this? Is she still here? Yeah, I don't know. Is she here? Someone say yes or no. I don't know. Yeah, she's here. Okay, cool. Ben, cool, thanks, Ben. Okay, yeah, the reason why I want you guys to really factor in this is because in trading, you need to be positive, especially in the dark days, because there will be dark days. A lot of people lost a lot of money this week, not us, thankfully, because we knew we weren't going to trade, but a lot of people did lose it. But that doesn't mean that you have to be, thanks, Isaac, that doesn't mean that you have to be, you know, in some sort of weird funk. Next thing, let's do this. Next thing. Okay, cool. Open-mindedness, okay? You need to be open-mindedness. Now, I remember all of your guys' call, like as in the first time I've ever spoken to you. Ben, I think I need to speak to you a bit more, and Sadia, I need to speak to you a bit more. But I remember in one of the first calls I had with Isaac, actually, and he said something that was quite interesting to me. He actually had this thing that he said that he wanted his kids to get into trading, right? That automatically told me he had an open mind. Now, this open mind is a tip to be successful in life, okay? It like whatever you want to do in life, you need to be open-minded. Now, this in terms of trading or in terms of business is really important because some people get fixed in their strategy day in, day out. Waj, stop eating. Day in, day out of their strategy. And they're like, you know what? This is going to work. This is going to work. And then they hit stop loss. And then they hit stop loss again. Then they keep losing. Now, they've got such a narrow mind that their strategy works that they're not actually becoming a successful trader. They're hindering themselves. So what I want you guys to do is start practicing on being open-minded. One tip is if you are literally going on Go Live and you go on the same person, yeah, you go on the same person day in, day out, why don't you try someone new? Okay, be open-minded, try someone new. The reason why I say that is because you never know, you might prefer their strategy. Now, something that I learned in Go Live, right, is I was fixed on using Manny Canonis strategy Triple Fire. I was literally known as like Miss Triple Fire. That's how much I used it. But I wasn't getting the gains that I wanted. Like I did get a lot of gains, but I didn't get like the top results that I wanted. And I kept saying to myself, Triple Fire works, Triple Fire works. I need 6 indicators. These 6 indicators work. Now, what was happening is I was getting too up in my head. And then at the end of the day, I wasn't trading as well as I would. So I stayed open-minded and I actually learned from another trader and like, as in another educator. And that actually helped me become a much better trader than I ever have been. Waj, stop eating or I'm going to kick you off the training. You're not paying attention when you're eating. This is why you're not allowed to eat in lectures and in class. You fucking waste, man. Stop it. Get prepared. If you got high before this training, I will kick you off right now. So there we go. So open-mindedness, okay? So in order to be successful, you need to be open to learning new things and exploring new experiences. Now, that's really important for business, guys. All of you guys on this call, you should be gaining residual income. This open-mindedness will help you as well. Don't rule out anyone. If you want to talk to someone, don't rule it out. The second you start ruling out people is the second you'll fail. Like if I said, oh, I only want, you know, like this specific type of person, I wouldn't be working with any of you guys. That's a true fact because you're not in any of my demographics I would have gone for, okay? I would never have worked with any of you guys in this call right now if I wasn't open-minded in working with you. So make sure you keep that tip. Another thing, right? Long term. Successful people think long term. Sometimes we keep thinking in the daily kind of the daily mind, right? We keep thinking, oh, how much did I get today? How much did I gain today? How much did my business grow today? Like all these questions about today. Successful people do not leave like they're planning for the future to chance. So what this means is if you want something in 6 months time, you need to write that down, right? You need to write that down and plan, succession plan for those 6 months if you want it to happen. Successful people do not just wish for it to happen, they actually plan for it to happen. Like I said, after this, I'm going to go over the charts, but in the charts, I started using this as well. So I don't know if you've been watching my gains, guys, but it's been absolutely madness. And that's because I've taken on this tip, think long term. So when I started thinking long term in trading, that's when it really did change, okay? Because I wasn't just thinking about the 30 pips today. I actually started thinking, where would this market go next week? Where has this market started now? In terms of business, I speak to people every single day, not trying to get the sign up today. I think of them as the long term. Where will this go in a month's time? Adolphus, I think I spoke to you about 6 months before you joined or something mad like that. Like, it was literally crazy. Like, it wasn't, you know, I wasn't thinking you're going to be a trader with me. I genuinely had a conversation with you, and it came from that. So at the end of the day, guys, don't try to recruit someone to have a sign up. Like, I hate that kind of mentality, and I don't believe in it. And I feel like it's really network marketing type. What I want you guys to start doing is start thinking about talking to people just for the long-term gain, right? Even if they're not in your trading business, they will bring value to your life in one day or another. AM, who's that rapper, by the way, some of you guys may or may not know, he came from just me thinking he's a good connection to have, and now he's joining the business. Just shows you long term is the way forward, and I'll show you this in charts as well. So I'll show you 100% will show you that in charts. Okay, cool. Take risks. Now, I already know all of you guys take risks. So this is one thing that we already have in common. This is why our group stays together. This is why we all, as an IM community, are linked, is because we've all taken the risk to learn something and change our life, okay? So we've already taken a risk. Now, successful people take calculated risks. So write that down, calculated risks, okay? Their benefits or the potential to gain is always more than them staying stagnant, okay? Their potential to gain is always more than them staying stagnant. So that's another thing that successful people do. They take risks. And we've already done it. The risk that we have all taken is that we all risked working together. Okay, we all risked working together. So this kind of means that we already have some sort of risk, you know, we're kind of risk assertive in that kind of respect. So that's another thing that I want you guys to start thinking about. Now, with the business side, because obviously we're doing both residual and trading, we are taking risks day in, day out in trading. So I know you guys already know about the risks that you take. I hope it's a calculated risk. But in business, the risk is that you are talking to different types of people who you never thought you would actually ever talk to, okay? Those are the people that I want you guys to think about. If you started thinking, I would never talk to that kind of person in my life, I promise you now, and I challenge you, start talking to that person, okay? So that's another thing that I want you guys to start doing. Next one. Z, are you okay? Like, you keep walking in and out. Like, I don't know how you're doing this training. Z, are you okay? Yeah. Like, take notes because I'll kick you out as well.
I'm just getting in the car.
Okay, cool. Because if I'm going to be harsh to Waj, I'll be harsh to you as well. Like, everyone's equal. So everyone else is paying attention but you, Z, and Waj. And Ben, I don't even know what you're doing. Okay, cool. Next thing. Next thing. Keep things simple, okay? It's really simple. Successful people keep things simple. Now, this is super important, super important for you guys to start thinking like this, because sometimes you overcomplicate it. Some of you guys that I've spoken to make things so difficult, like in terms of trading, they overcomplicate it. In terms of business growing, they're second guessing. Waj, I'm sorry, you second guess a lot. Like, you're like, this person's ideal, what do I do? Do I do this? Do I do that? No, mate, you just have a conversation. That's all you get. That's all you need to do. Make it simple. How was your day? Guys, if you want to grow the business, I'll tell you how you do it. You say, how was your day? That's it. That's all you do. How was your day? Was your day good? Yeah. What'd you do? That's it. Keep it simple. There's no reason to complicate things again and again. Do I need this content? Do I need this video? Do I need this? Do I need that? No, keep it simple, guys. Successful people keep it simple. And if you think that you want to go for every single footballer in the world in your business, and that's as simple as it goes. If you play football, you're in my business. Keep it simple, and if you want it like that, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you speak to 1,000 footballers, okay? So that's another thing, right? Keep it simple. Right. Number 7, embrace discomfort, okay? You're going to get really uncomfortable. Like, I'll be honest with you, when I started my journey, like it, and the year that I've had, I was in so many uncomfortable positions. I don't know if you guys know, but they used to put me on stage, and I used to get stage fright a lot. Like, these were in front of 2,000, like these were put in front of like 1,000 people, 500 people, 750 people, and they wouldn't tell me they were putting me on stage. They would just call my name up. And I used to feel so uncomfortable. At one point, I was thinking, if I go to this event, I'm going to have to talk in front of like 750 people, and I don't want to do that. I embraced it, and I went through it. Now, after every single event, even though I hated doing it, I felt so freaking proud, okay? That's because I did something that I was uncomfortable with doing, and that will grow me. You can only be successful, guys, if you do the things that make you uncomfortable, okay? So if you want to be the best trader, you're going to have to realize you're going to have to work for it. It doesn't just come to you to be the best trader. The candles won't just speak to you and say, yeah, buy, sell. They're not going to do that. You're going to have to study that pair. You're going to have to jump on every go live session. You're going to have to jump on, and you're going to have to speak to people, guys. To be a successful trader, you need to speak to other traders. Yeah. So if you're not speaking in the group chat, the reason why I say you have to speak in the group chat is nothing to do with me. In the end, if you guys didn't speak, my life would be so much easier because I wouldn't need to watch that chat. But the reason why you guys have to speak in the group chat is because that's your trading network. So if you saw something on the charts and it didn't make sense, you've got a group of traders that can already help you straight away. Yeah. So you need to come out your comfort zone, and you need to speak up a bit more. To be a trader, you need to think like a trader, walk like a trader, you need to hear like a trader. Everything has to work in line, okay? If you're missing any of those factors, you're gonna be behind. So get uncomfortable. Make sure you know that you're gonna have those punches coming your way. You're gonna be on a roll, and then something will knock you back, just like the markets. Before this week, the markets were really growing, yeah? They were really going on this uptrend. People were thinking, finally, we're getting some stability, we're doing this, and then out of nowhere, a virus came and dropped it back down. Those punches are gonna come, okay? It's the same with all of you guys. If you wanna be a successful trader, you need to be uncomfortable. You will lose money, but you know what? If it's not your money and it's residual money, it doesn't even matter. Like, that's my opinion. It's a bonus. Successful people never give up. That's another tip, yeah? Successful people, so number 8, successful people never give up. Now I'm going to go through the charts as well, and I'm going to show you how this really factors in with trading as well, okay? Like, this never give up thing is crucial in trading. The successful people always have the long nights, the countless conversations, the committed vision. Like, this is something successful people have. And if you don't have that, you don't have a key quality in successful people, okay? So if you don't have that ability to never give up, regardless of your story, you need to know whether you quit trading, whether you quit business, whether you give up on yourself, it doesn't matter. It's the whole point of it is that you never give up in your vision, okay? So if you say to yourself, I'm gonna be earning this much money in 1 year, and you give up on the way to do it, then obviously you're not gonna get there, okay? So this is super important. Never give up. Now, I want you to also tell people this as well. Not about trading, but just in life. If you're speaking to someone who's really down and out, and they want to give up on themselves, and they don't want to do what makes them fulfilled, then you tell them this exact thing. If you want to be successful, you don't give up, okay? Whatever their passion is. I was speaking to someone who actually is an artist and a musician, and she honestly was saying, oh, I don't know how to do this anymore. Like, I've been going at it, it's my passion, I absolutely love doing it, but it's not bringing me the money that I need and I'm struggling. I don't know whether to give it up. So I asked her, okay, cool, do you enjoy it? Is it something you wake up for? And she said yes. And I said, do you ever see yourself being successful in it? And she said yes. And I said to her, if you quit, you won't ever get that vision back. So rather than quitting and stepping yourself back like 20 places, you guys need to realize you can't quit on what you see. So if you see yourself getting the best life, don't quit on the ways on how to get there. Next thing. So this is for sure important for all of you guys. Spend time with the right people. Successful people only hang out with successful people. There's a reason. The people you're around, the average 5 people you're around is who you are going to be like, okay? So if you're around 5 people who have no goals, no ambition, no desire, no money, no anything, just know you'll be the 6th person exactly like them, okay? Now, this is super important. This is one thing that I really, really took seriously. I made sure whoever I spent time with were on the same path as me, if not more. I used to spend time with 6, 7, 8-figure earners just to learn how they think. I would literally just spend time with them just to see how they would think. You guys need to improve your network. Now, right now, your networks, all of you guys, your network is too small. That's why you can't grow your business. All of you guys aren't growing your business like you should. And also your trading profits aren't going as they should because you haven't networked your way around that society yet. So if you want to grow your business, if you want to grow your trading account, you need to spend time with the people who are doing it. So if you want to, you need to spend time with the 6, 7, even 8 figures, whatever it is, they need to be successful. The reason why is because it's not maybe even them joining your business, but it's who they can bring to meet with you. So, and that's the same with trading. I spent all my year with traders, and some were absolutely insane traders where they were like 20 years old and they were making £1 million in trading. Like to this day, I still spend a lot of my majority of my time with traders. But the reason why is because every time I spend time with them, I learn something different. So you guys need to do that as well. You need to learn something different with the people you're hanging out with. If you're hanging out with people, and I'll be honest with you, if you're hanging out with people and they add no value to your life, you are literally wasting your time, okay? So just make sure that you are spending time with people who you can ask for help and they will be actually able to help you. So if you want to be a successful trader, hang out with a trader. Because when you go and have that lunch or you go out and chill, you can actually say, hey, did you check this out? And they say, yeah, I did. And you say, what did you think? And they would give you their opinion and that will help you, okay? That's a valuable friendship, valuable relationship to have. So make sure you keep that. Now, all of you need to start showing gratitude, okay? The reason why we give gratitude is because more good things come our way. So you guys can do this in a habit by speaking in the chat and saying thank you if you gained some knowledge. Start doing it small, okay? Start showing gratitude to people around you. If someone's done something for you, if someone's wished you well, if someone's helping you, show gratitude, okay? Because the more you help, the more you receive. Like the more you thank, the more you receive. So if you're not thanking someone, I'm telling you again, they're not going to keep helping you, okay? No one's going to keep helping someone who takes and doesn't show gratitude. So you need to start thinking about that. And that's not just with people, that's with everything in life, okay? So that's with everything in life. This is what successful people do, right? This is why they're successful. Embrace change. So number 11, embrace change. Change happens all the time, okay? Right now, I'm going through one of the biggest changes ever on Instagram. I've never seen an algorithm change the way it's changed right now. I genuinely think they don't want people to be on Instagram anymore. I can't think of any other reason why they're doing this. But you have to go through all the changes. So if you're trying a technique to grow your business, say for instance, you're speaking to 10 people and all 10 of them in the day don't get back to you, right? Embrace change. Speak to the next 10 people in a different way. Speak to them in a different manner. If it's on social media and it's not working, then go out in person. Don't ever limit yourself to your ability. Like, don't ever limit your ability. It's the same with trading. If you've got 4 confirmations of a trade and for some reason it didn't go your way, look at what you went wrong in. I'm telling you now, one of your confirmations was probably wrong. So you need to embrace change. Successful people know that the world is and will always continue to change. In some cases, they even find ways to benefit those changes in the world. If you want to be successful, learn how to stay ahead of the curve by studying and embracing change. That's super important, guys. Super, super important. It's important in trading. It's important in business. It's important in life. If you want to be successful, you have to be 10 steps ahead, okay? You can't be behind. You have to be ahead of what's going on. So if you see there's something wrong going on right now, see how you can fix it before you let that actually ruin you. So that's another thing. Embrace the change. Now, work-life balance. Successful people make sacrifices, but they also have balance, okay? So spend time doing things they enjoy and let self relax. And for me, I think that's really important that all of you guys get a good night's sleep, you wake up early, you're active in the day, okay? This work-life balance is really crucial. The way it should be done is that you are working on something and you know you're grinding 24/7, I get that, but you also need time to actually relax your mind because your head will be a wreck if you're not having that balance, and nobody will want to go in that business if their head is messed up like that. You need to make sure you have a balance, you do things you enjoy, you spend time with people you like, and you'll be successful because you're happy. Happy people get good results. Write that down. Happy people get good results. If you're happy, you'll get all the results you need. If you're unhappy, results are very, very infrequent and they're not as good as they should be, okay? Number 13, they want others to succeed. Now, I am definitely does this, but I feel like everyone else should do this thing, okay? Let me read this out to you. Successful people want to share their success with the people they care about. Business partners and customers, family and friends, employees and their families. Successful acts with generosity and gratitude will affect positive change in the lives of the people around them, okay? So if you want to be successful, the successful people want to share their success with those around them and in their network. So you have to help people, guys. If you're not helping each other, no one's going to help you when you need it, okay? So at the end of the day, if you want to be that 7-figure, 8-figure earner, but you don't help anyone, I promise you're not going to get there. Do you know why? Because people are going to call you selfish. They're going to say that you're that type of person that just rings when they want something, and they're just going to start ignoring your calls. If you help someone, they're going to help you tenfold. When I had that hacking shit the other day where someone took all my pictures and stuff, I literally contacted 5 people, right? Contacted someone in Instagram, contacted the best marketer I know, contacted a freaking huge celebrity, contacted God knows how many people. Oh, this person, this police, that. I contacted so many people and they straight away were willing to help. And the reason why is because I've done something for them, okay? I helped them, and when I needed them, they helped me 10 times over. You guys need to understand, if you don't have a network like that, it's going to be harder for you to develop in life, okay? If you want to succeed, you need to make sure that you are doing those generous acts. So if someone in this group is struggling, you should be the person saying, you know what, let me help you, right? I can spare 15 minutes. Let me help you. It doesn't even need to be about trading. It doesn't need to be about business. It's just something small. Let me help you. Let me make sure you're good. Do you know why? Because when they're actually on an up, they're going to take you with them. Because I promise you now, you don't know who's on the up. Anyone in this group, you don't know who it is. It could be any one of you who actually just, you know what, have that light bulb moment and they just skyrocket. Yeah. One person just becomes the educator. One person becomes that chairman 100. Like, you don't know who it is. So if you make prejudgments before they got to that point, they're not going to take you with them. So make sure you are always, always, always helping others to succeed, because when you help someone in their dreams, you'll be answered with yours. And that's a fact. There's no way around it at all. If you don't want to help others, you're in the wrong business. You won't succeed in trading for sure, because you don't have the network that wants to help you. Like, it's just impossible to do. So yeah, another thing. Okay, cool. Have purpose. So number 14, have purpose. Yeah, many successful people are fueled by the inner drive that gives them a sense of higher purpose in life, as well as the desire to build something that will not only outlive them but positively affect to change the world. Okay, so this is bigger than you, right? If you want to be successful, because this is a success training, okay, this isn't I'm mediocre, I want to make £500 freaking, I don't know, a month training. This is a success training. The reason why you're on this is because I want you to become successful. Now, successful people always think, how can they change the world? They all share that in common. Okay, I'm not talking about the, you know, £10,000 a month person or whatever. I'm talking about the higher people. Yeah, the billionaires of the world already always think, how can I change the world? Okay, how can I affect people's lives, touch people's lives? And that in itself will make you successful. So it can be anything, right? You just need a purpose, and that inner drive will fuel you. If you guys don't have a purpose, you won't last long, because that's the only thing that will keep you going. When everything's turning against you, the only thing that will keep you going is that purpose. Okay, so make sure you know what your purpose is and how you want to impact the world and how do you want to make it a better place. Now, one thing I'll tell you about my purpose has always been, and it will always be, is helping people not actually get into prison, and if they do, how to help them when they come out, right? That's always been a purpose of mine, and I think it's just because my mum's a judge. I saw how it happened. I saw it with my brother. Like, I definitely saw all these things when you get in trouble with the law, and I've always my whole life I've helped people kind of avoid that route, or if they're in that route, then help them in that route. Okay, so help them become a better person, because my impact is, if you're in a bad situation and you get caught doing something, then that's not the end of it for you. Like, doesn't mean you're a write-off to society, doesn't mean you're a bad person. I don't judge anyone who does anything, unless obviously they're a killer or a rapist, and, you know, burn in hell. But I mean, like, other types of people, right? People who need help and they haven't been given the system that we have. They haven't been given the structure we have. So you need to think, how can you help the world? If you think, for instance, you know, you suffered from anxiety, you're scared of people, like, if you, whatever you go through, yeah, how can you help people not feel as low as you have once before? So those are the things that you need to think about. Okay, think of your worst possible moments and try and make sure that that doesn't happen to someone else. That's how you can positively affect the world. Next one, number 15, share graciously. Okay, this is yet again the sharing. 100% is the sharing, but it goes back to the whole thing, guys. Make sure the more you share, the more you'll get in return. The more value you add to people, the more you're going to get back. Successful people know that's important. They share their knowledge, their resources, their time, and in some cases money, because it will benefit them in the future. Whatever you share is an investment. Okay, so guys, if you wake up today and you wanted to share some information with the team, because you know for a fact that will make them a better trader, I'm telling you now that that team will give you something tenfold over in the future. You need to share to the point where you're not thinking about just yourself, but you're thinking, how can I elevate everyone else? That's what successful people do. The reason why they do it is because in their mind, they're personally developed to a point where they know, If they help one person, 10 will help them back, right? Or if they help, that's how their mind works. They don't think of just how do I keep all this to myself. It's how can I help everyone else grow around me. If you don't add value to that chat, I'll tell you now, they're not going to help you. They will actually think, this guy, I don't really know them. They won't even save your number. Your goal should always be people save your number. Yeah, because if they save your number, it means they actually respect you. It means they actually want you in that situation. They want you in their life. You gain them value, and they're always going to owe you. If you gain no value to someone's life, they're not going to help you. Okay, so that's another thing. Accept responsibility. This is quite important in terms of trading and in business. In trading, I'll tell you how it's important, okay? If you don't accept responsibility in trading, especially in your losses, you're going to have more losses. In your business, if your business isn't growing and you don't accept responsibility, you're never going to grow it. The reason why is because a successful person never, ever, ever blames someone else or a situation for their lack of growth. Successful people always own up to their failures and grow from the experience. So if you keep blaming, oh, this situation happened, this happened, oh, the news did this, or that and that, blah, 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 again and again and again, that means you're not accepting responsibility of where you went wrong, so you're not going to grow from that. So that's another thing you guys have to realize, okay? That's super important. Number 17, I feel like you all make excuses in this chat. In this Zoom, every single one of you makes excuses, and it's only going to hold you back. Excuses will always hold you back. The number one thing that successful people never do is make excuses. They know how to create their own success and luck. They don't blame the government, the economy, lack of time, lack of money, or anything else. If you want to be successful, stop making excuses and earn it, okay? The universe will not think, oh, okay, I'm sorry that you've had this bad situation, let me reward you. It doesn't work like that. If you're not successful, guys, write that down. If you're not successful, and you're making excuses, it's because you're making excuses. You can only have yourself to blame if you're not successful. So if you're not the best trader, but yet your friend is, and you don't understand, that's because they put in more time and effort than you. If you're not the best business owner, if you don't have a business that's growing, it's because you're not putting the time and effort in. That's literally it. If your last sign up was like 6 months ago, and yet you're talking to a few people here, a few people there, but your business isn't growing, it's because you're not working hard enough in growing your skills. That's super important. And guys, if you keep making these mistakes and keep making excuses, you're going to find yourself in exactly the same position next year. And that's a very bad thing to be in. Right, cool. So let's stop that. Let's stop that. And where is this? How do I go back into this? 1 second, guys. Let's see. Let's do this. Stop share. Cool. Right. Guys, put your camera on. Let's see you. I don't know where all of you guys have gone. Did that, guys, did that make sense so far, right? Everything makes sense? Write in the chat if that all made sense so far. Yeah? Write in the chat, guys, if that all made sense so far. Everything that I've just said definitely made sense. Definitely shows you what you need to work on. I've given the points to success and how to do it, how to make sure that we actually do keep growing. And now I'm going to start sharing the charts with you guys, and understand that every point that I've just given you will help you go into this next session. Now, this secret training I'm going to do every so often, okay? So this secret training to all of you guys, I'll definitely be doing this. If you get chosen, you get chosen. If you don't get chosen, it means I don't think you're a runner anymore. So if you're a runner, then I'll 100% choose you to these trainings. If you're not, then, you know, you're not. Like, at the end of the day, you have to step up the case. Now, I'm going to go over something in trading, right? So I want you guys to write this down. So this is a trading thing now, okay? I'm going to show you I'm going to show you how to do it in the charts as well. But this is one thing that has really, really changed my trading ability. Now, you guys might know top-down analysis, but I want you guys to actually really think about it, okay? So I'm just gonna, okay, cool. So guys, let's go into some charts so then you can start seeing something. So let me just put it up 1 second. 1 second, guys, sorry. Let's do that. Guys, so while you're waiting for me, can you write down one thing that you've learned that you need to do today? One thing that you've learned that you need to do today. And I want you all to write that down, otherwise I'm kicking you out. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, controlling. Everyone has to write something down, or if you're not writing something down, I'm going to kick you out. This is savage mentoring. Like, at the end of the day, write something down if you've learned something today. I will just kick you out. I don't even care. Right. Okay, cool. Let's do. Do I want to do that one? No, let's do GBP. I like GBP. Okay, let's do. Let's do this. No. Okay, cool, perfect. Okay, cool. So what we got? Waj, temper, embrace change, keep things simple, embrace change. I love that. Tell myself in the morning what I really am. Yeah, get out of my comfort zone. Yes, Isaac, 100% you can get out of your comfort zone. Take responsibility, 100%. Something down. No, Millie, I'll kick you off. Think long term, spend time with the right people. Okay, cool. I like that, guys. I feel like everything that you've all just said is something that you all need to work on. Literally, I feel like you've all picked up on the things that you actually want to do, and that you've picked up on is actually what your flaw is. Okay, so Waj, your flaw has been your temper. Embracing change. I feel like in trains you don't keep things simple. Adolphus, embrace change, yeah? 100%. Social media is not a bad thing, motherfucker. Embrace it. It's good. You got this, man. Ben, tell yourself tell myself in the morning what I really am. Yeah, Ben, you need confidence. Yeah, self-confidence. You need confidence. Neely, yes, self-confidence too. Both of you need confidence in the fact that you don't need to be scared if you do something wrong. Both of you guys, actually, I feel like, Phil, if you're not perfect in it, then it's a bad thing, right? Now, you don't need to worry. If you mess up, that's not an issue, right? That's not an issue. You learn from your mistakes. The best things that ever came from my thing, like the best things that ever came was from a mistake. Z, take responsibility. You make 100 excuses a day. This is why you're in the same position as last year. 100 excuses a day. You stop making excuses. You start acting straight away. You're going to find it. Sadia, okay, spend time with the right people. Yes. Now, your action plan should be message everyone in the group chat. Say, hey, how are you? I'm in your team. Do you want to meet up one day? Come out your comfort zone. Start doing that. Merely self-confidence. Okay, you have self-confidence in music, but I feel like you don't have self-confidence in all of your other skills. Okay, so if you want to be successful in all aspects of life, you need confidence in all aspects of your life, even if you're not the best at it, right? You can't hide behind one skill and hope that will be it. Because I'll tell you now, musicians are not settled in life. Okay, they're not. Even the most successful have not got the income that they deserve. Because I tell you what, those record labels really do squeeze you. Okay, they make you pay for everything, and then they pay you once a month, and even then that barely covers what you've just spent to grow your music career. So you have to think in all skill sets. Okay, so that's good. That's something that you're going to write in that group chat today. All of you guys, take note of what you said, because you're going to write that after this call. You're going to write that in the group chat and say, thank you, Tyreen, for blah, blah, blah. I will definitely now work on this. Okay, so I'm going to go over some a technique with you guys after. It's not going to be long, so don't worry, it's training's not going to go on forever, but I'm going to go on to one chart technique that has really changed how I think about trading and how much money I've made. Okay, so guys, this is definitely something that you need to get a pen and paper for, because I definitely don't like sharing my secrets to trading, that's for sure. I feel like if I start doing that, God, all hell broke loose. Okay, let's do this. Right, guys, can you see my screen okay, yeah? Adolphus, if you can you nod your head? Okay, cool, sick, perfect. Now, this is GU, okay? This is GU in the monthly, so write that down, monthly time frame. Now, this is a technique that I've used. This is only one technique, okay? Because I've got like 10 things that I do at the same time, but this is one thing that I have to do in when I analyze a chart. Oh, by the way, I see this drop and then going up. That's the signal for you guys. Right. Okay, cool. Top-down analysis. Write that down for me. Top-down analysis. Okay. This is crucial in one of your confirmations to go into a trade. Write this down. Top-down analysis is the interpretation of the bigger picture. Going in and then going into smaller components. This is how you work. First step, check your monthly time frame. Second, weekly. Third, daily. Fourth, 4 hour. Fifth, 2 hour. Sixth, 1 hour. Finally, 30 minutes. I sometimes, if it's a very volatile pair, such as Bitcoin, gold, or indices, I'll go into the 15 minutes. So I go through every single time frame, okay? Write this down. As a trader, it is crucial that you analyze the long-term trend of any pair. The long-term trend is what you will be doing your support and resistance levels on, okay? That is the long-term trend. So you will be marking out your higher time frames, your monthly, your weekly, okay? Usually I do monthly as my marking out, okay? Monthly is where I'm looking now. Reason why is because I really want to grow the business, but to do monthly, guys, you need an account balance with minimum probably about £2,000, okay? So when you do your monthly analysis, your account can hold it if you have £2,000. Now, the reason why I'm telling you guys to build residual so much is because that £2,000 can come from residual money, and trading is so effortless. The bigger your trading account, the easier it is to win, okay? The smaller your trading account, the harder it is to win, okay? So I want you guys to actually know that, right? And that's real fact. Yeah, no, this isn't, Wedge, it is, but it's not. It's top-down analysis is what every trader does. It's not just ads, it's he doesn't focus on top-down, he basically focuses on the 1 hour, but I look at the top-down analysis. Now, the way I marked out this chart is really simple. Support and resistance. Where does the wicks go? Where's the ceiling? You guys know the basic. I think this is in literally basics. It's in every Go Live session. So you can see where I can see a change. So if you look at the price points, this on the monthly, right? So I go on the monthly and I look at the bigger picture. Right, now, guys, can you see something? Now, let me make this clear for you. Right, let's make this clear. So this is the technique. This is one confirmation, guys. Don't think this is how I enter trades, because I do a lot more than just this, okay? I make sure I look at more. So I'm gonna do a little boxes. You guys should do this on your own charts as well. If you wanna know a clear zone, it has to touch it usually about 3 times, okay? That's when you know it's a sturdy zone. That's when you know when price hits that point, there's something that happens, okay? Write that down. When price hits a certain point, something happens. 3 times. So you can see price hit this point once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and it went down. That's price action, okay? That's what we call price action. Same here. Price hit once, twice, 3 times, it went down. This is still, people don't look at this, but this is actually really important. Guys, also, if you're trying to build your business, what I would do is take a boomerang of this training and put this up on your social media and tag me in, purely because when you're training, it gets you more inquiries than if you just literally just put up a quote. Okay, cool. So people literally, let me show you something. This is one thing you have to realize. You see these long wicks, right? People don't think that's a big move, but on the monthly, that still is a big move, okay? So when you touch this point, on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 occasions, the price dropped. If that doesn't tell you that something's going on at this price point, you're kidding yourself, okay? That doesn't tell you. Now, I'm going to change it a different color so you guys can see. Let's make this like yellow, right? If you look at this point and this point, you can see on twice, when it hit this price, it went up, okay? So when it hit this price, it went up. Now that's really, really important as well. It means that this area has price reversals. That means it's a very, very strong line, okay? So you guys have to know that for it to be a valid zone, you need to have it going down and it need to go up, okay? That's one confirmation, right? There's so many more, guys, but this is one confirmation you can do. Does that make sense so far? Put 111 in the chat if that does. So far, really basic. You guys can learn this on Go Live. The best educator for this is definitely Luke Longmire. By the way, he's the king of zones. King of zones. Can everyone else put 111 if they understand it? Or I will obviously kick you out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 7 of you. 5, 6. One more. 7. There we go. Well done. Cool. So that is what I do in the monthly. Now this is the easy part, right? The marking out is the easy part. That's in my opinion. This bit, the marking out, is the fun stage. The complicated comes when your emotions play into it. So you drop down a time frame. So you already know these are key zones. When something happens, right? You go into the weekly. People, right? I see this a lot, and I did this a lot. People go into trades, right? Mid-trade, and then wonder how did they lose money, right? So they enter the trade, they're like, oh, you know what, look, that's a sell, right? So you can see from there down to here, they think it's going to be a sell. So this is the mistake people make. They see this chart and they think, you know what, it's on a downtrend, 100%, it's going to go to this point, yeah? So they think it's going to go to this point, I'll just enter a sell. So they enter the sell like, I don't know, let's say they enter the sell when the price is like here, right? And they're like, oh, you know what, it's definitely going to keep going down, so I'll just be patient. But the thing is, this is what people don't understand in trading. It's all dependent on your leverage and the liquidity in the market. So they enter the sell, they know it's a sell, they 100% know it's a sell, and they do it, and what happens is the market spikes them out and blows their account. The reason why this fails, the reason why a trader fails, main reason, I'll write it down, main reason, so main reason a trader fails: incorrect entry. This is the main reason why a trader fails. They had incorrect entry. Now, what happens is they enter the sell here, and for some reason it spikes up over there, and then it blows their account. They've lost all their money, right? That's what basically happens. What you need to do is you need to drop down. So in the weekly time frame, you can see how these key moments happened, right? you're still going to enter at these key moments. Some people want to mess around with it. They want to be like, you know what, it's here. That's a support resistance line right there. Okay, I'm going to enter here. I'm telling you, if you guys have a bigger account and you do top-down analysis, all you need to do is wait for the big moves, right? So if you entered a sell here, for instance, right? You waited and you waited. By the way, you could be waiting 2-3 weeks for the perfect entry. But it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, all that matters is your yearly income. If you waited for that entry, that's like 800 pips, right, in 2 weeks. You made 800 pips in 2 weeks. Now, whilst you're trying to be the best trader, 800 pips, and you had a one lot size because you have a big account, that's a lot of money you've just made that month. You guys need to realize you don't have to chase a trade, right? The only reason you're chasing a trade is because you have no other source of income right at that moment. But if you learn the skill set and master your pair, that one move will be your whole yearly salary. Look, do you see it? Look, if you just waited, like, let's say we just waited, like, I don't know, even if you wanted to wait here, I'm not saying that you would wait that long, but even if you wanted to hold a trade for a few months, that's 3,700 pips. Like, imagine you had one lot size on that. That's someone's whole yearly salary right there. Do you know what I mean? Guys, you have to wait for these entries and you keep going. So you keep dropping down, by the way. So you go on the day, right? You're not changing the charts, right? You're not going to put lines here, lines there, line that. No, what you're going to do is you're going to wait for it to retest that line and then go in for it. So this trade, the GU, I like GU purely on the reason that it does always tend to like retest the same line, right? So right now it's on a downtrend and you can enter, you don't enter the trend, like you don't enter on the daily. What you do is you go on the 4 hours, right? You mark out the same zone. So what you can do is you can do a line here, you know, whatever. So say we're going in for a sell, right? You're going to sell at the highest point, okay? That's what you're going to do. So you're on the 4 hours. You're not going to sell down here, okay? Because what's going to happen is it's going to go back up and blow your account. So you need to, if you're going in for a sell, because you know for a fact the market's going to drop, you wait for the highest point you can, because it will reach your point. Don't trace a trade, it will reach it and you'll enter there. That means most likely it's not going to hit your stop loss because nothing has gone higher than this. Okay, so you keep going. Look, you keep going. So you're still in this sell, right? You still want to enter a sell. Say you have to enter the sell today. What I would do is I'll go in the 1 hour. I would definitely not enter a sell here or here. Like, I mean, I would enter only up here for a sell, only up here for a sell, only up here for a sell. I'm not going to enter down here just to see the account go blow my account. And then if you want, you go to 30 minutes and you wait for the price to hit the highest it can. So you sell, so you buy high and sell low, right? That's what I would do. So the reason why I'm teaching you top-down analysis, guys, is because sometimes some of you think too small. Sometimes you guys 100%, like if you just look at it, by the way, it'll just still work out in its favor. Sometimes people want to catch the 30 pips, the 50 pips, you know, whatever. I'm telling you guys, if you grow your account, right, if you have a big account and you wait for these key moments, you're looking, and I'm going to show you how I work this out. So say this pip move, right? Say we entered here, we went down there, 916 pips. Okay, so what I do is go pip calculator. Let me show you guys what I would do. This is for one technique, okay? This isn't your daily trading. This is how to make big money and be successful. So we said 900 pips, right? That was GU. So GU. Let's say we did let's say 0.1, right? or because you've grown an account and you actually have £2,000, we can even do 0.20 if we wanted, right? That's £1,400 in one move, made in 2 weeks. Yeah? Does that make sense, guys? What I'm trying to show you? Make sense? Like, what I'm trying to say to you guys is don't chase a trade. Sometimes these big moves that happen are more valuable than loads of little ones, because if you keep chasing trades, like I'm telling you now, you're going to lose money. What you need to do is you need to grow your account and also trade very, very good trades, right? That's what I'm telling you, you guys need to do. You guys need to wait for a perfect entry, and watch that. Now, if you guys really think what I think is going to happen, it's going to come to this point and grow back up. What you could do, if you're not in a sell for GEU, by the way, it's probably not the right time to trade anyway at this present moment, but what I would do for a few weeks is I will wait for it to hit this point. I'll make sure that I have good money in my account, right? Good money in my account, wait for this point. If that's the move that I'm anticipating, I expect it to go up here, right? That's absolutely mental, by the way. That's 2,000 pips, right? And I'm not going to hold it for that long, by the way, but it can go up 2,000 pips. Now, if I had a big account, what I would do, 2,000 pips, right? Say I had a good account, and I could do one lot size, right? I had a good account. That's £15,000 for the right move. £15,000. These moves are the ones that make you a millionaire. The small ones, which by the way will happen, you need to survive, right? The small ones are the ones that keep you having fun money, right? Fun money. So I'm in a 4 hour. If I did that here, all the way to, like, say this line, yeah, that's still 172 pips in 2 days, right? Same analysis, 172 pips. Let's go into 172 pips. 172 pips. And if you did one lot size because you have a good account, £1,300. The thing that I'm trying to tell you guys is that trading is like, it's an amazing skill set. The reason why you start trading is to make money, right? But you can't assume you're going to make big money straight away if you don't know your technique, you don't know your confirmations, you don't know anything. You don't jump on Go Live, you don't jump on the educators trainings. Like, if you don't do any of those things, you're not going to learn this. Like, you're fully not going to know how to make these big moves. All you're going to do is lose your money, right? All you're going to do is lose your money. I've probably clocked into God knows how many Go Live sessions. It's unreal. But the reason why I know where my zones are, what my confirmations are, how to trade, is because I plug into the education. Okay, so I learn where to go into a trade. And because I learned that skill, that would help me, okay? So this is like one thing that I wanted to go through. So the top-down analysis is how you guys need to think about what type of trade you're going in, okay? What are you going in for, a sell or a buy against the trend? The higher your time frame, the more accurate it is, okay? So higher your time frame, the more accurate it is. So make sure you guys remember that. So, guys, that is my training, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got a lot of value from it. I'm going to be doing these secret trainings a lot more. So if you guys give in effort, if you guys talk, if you guys always keep active, if you guys are really listening to the advice given, then obviously you're going to get the secret link. If you guys like wander off and you don't do that much and you're not really like active and I feel like I'm chasing you, guys, you're not going to get that you're not, because at the end of the day, you paid for Go Live. You didn't pay for me. You paid for Go Live. You paid for Academy. You paid for IM. So guys, keep active. As soon as this is done, go on the chat, tell everyone what you learned and how to think. And then that way we can start growing this team as some active runners And that's why you're in here, okay? That's why you're in this chat. So thank you so much, guys. I know I've taken a whole hour and a half of your time today. I appreciate it. I hope you gained some value. I'm going to go over so much more trading, specifically on Tiffany's. Today's one was just top-down analysis. So when you can, go on the charts and start on your monthly, do your zones, and see where the point is that you want to enter. Do you want to enter a sell? Do you want to enter a buy? Write those things down and start building your journal. But thanks, guys, for everything. Hope you are well and you have a great evening. And yeah, guys, let's do it. Let's go and make some money. Thanks, guys.